Hey, what's going on guys, this is 12th Harbinger and in this video, I am going to rank all the Pyro characters. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. On the number 1, we all know who it is. It is our favorite boy, Bennett. I don't think I need to explain why he is on number 1. He gives a lot of attack boost, can heal, and also can be a battery for other Pyro characters like Xiangling. He is also very flexible and can fit into many team comps. It's tough to decide whether to put Hu Tao or Xiangling on number 2 spot. I think it is tied between these two Pyro queens. Both have their pros and cons. I will start with Xiangling. Her pros are she has a very big AoE, unarguably one of the best Pyro DPS, her burst can snapshot, she has a pretty strong F2P weapon that is the catch, and has access to many team comps. You can use her with the traditional national or international comp, or you can use her as a sub-DPS with many characters like Ganyu, Raiden, or also in reverse meld comps with Kaya, Rosaria, or Ayaka. As she is 4-star, she has easily accessible constellations. Her cons are she has a pretty high energy cost, and she needs Bennett to give her energy, and also to get maximum damage from her Pyronado. Her single target damage is not so bad, she can work really well against single enemies, but compared to Hu Tao the damage is quite low. For Hu Tao, her pros are, she is probably the best single target DPS, her burst is a nuke, you can one-shot enemies with her burst. She doesn't need Bennett, so you can use your Bennett for the other team in Abyss. Her burst can heal a bit, so it can be used as an emergency food when she is about to die. Her cons are she lacks AoE, you have to run her in low HP, so you need a shield character to keep her shielded, or you need to be really good in dodging. She doesn't have any F2P choices. Blackcliff is good for her, but you need to use star glitters for that. In Abyss you start with max HP, so your damage at the start will be less. If you don't have her C1, you might have some stamina issues as you need to spam her charged attacks. For the number 2 slot I think it's tied between Xiangling and Hu Tao depending on the situation. Against multiple enemies Xiangling gets better than Hu Tao, and in single target situation Hu Tao is the best. Also just by building Xiangling and Bennett you can clear all the hardest contents in the game. For the number 3 spot we have Ypimiya. She sucks against multiple enemies, but is a great single target DPS. She also has good F2P options like the Hameumi. She is a great character, but in my opinion you shouldn't prioritize her over Xiangling or Hu Tao if you have her. The next spot I will give it to Yanfei and Klee. The reason why I am putting Yanfei and Klee together is because Yanfei's constellations are more accessible, and at C4 Yanfei gets the ability to shield which gives her more utility. In terms of DPS, I think C6 Yanfei and C0 Klee are almost similar. For the next spot we have our OG DPS, Diluc. I am not saying he is bad, with the right investments he can clear the hardest contents in the game. He can deal some massive damage if given the right weapon and artifacts. But from meta perspective he is worse than Xiangling or Hu Tao. The only reason I have put him below Yanfei and Klee is because his bird knocks all the enemies back which I feel very annoying. Thoma, Amber, and Xinyan I don't really recommend building them, but it's up to you. It depends on how much you like them. Thoma has the second strongest shield in the game, but his cooldown makes his shield worse than Diona's. Diona can also heal which gives her more utility than Thoma. You can use him for some initial pyro application for Hu Tao, but I don't really recommend building him. Amber can make great use of the elegy for the end. You can use her with Hu Tao if you have the elegy for the end. She is also cheap to build, just give her Noblesse Oblige, and she is good to go. Without elegy for the end she doesn't have any other use. Xinyan scales off defense and deals physical damage. But her damage is not that good at low investments, so you shouldn't build her unless you like her very much. Other Pyro DPS that I mentioned earlier can perform better at same level of investment. Also remember that any character with right build can clear Abyss. It's up to you to build whoever you like. Everyone will have different opinions regarding this list. Comment down below who is the best Pyro DPS. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.